Thanks for tuning into the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about stock APLD. If you haven't heard about it, go ahead and Google it, Applied Digital. And it's been going up this week because there's been a lot of positive news lately coming out about this company. And NVIDIA is invested in it. CoreWeave, if you Google this company's exploded. They just did a big deal together. So there's been a lot of positive news going on right now with APLD, and this stock not too long ago was trading under $10 a stock. Under $10 a share, and now it's over $10. Let's see what it actually closed at today. So it closed at 12.77. Now, it did go all the way up to 14.49. Now, you may be wondering, is this it? Is all the hype gone? Is this just going to start going down? Well, right now we've had some news with Trump and Elon. We still got the tariff issue that hasn't been resolved going on. Uh, we got the jobs report coming out 8:30 Friday, and all this news could definitely affect the market. And Friday, investors are going to be looking for that news that's coming out at 8:30 a.m. So this jobs report is very important because we want to know how's the economy doing, right? Investors want to know, are we heading towards a recession? Is employment ticking up? What's going to happen? Now, some positive news for us to start getting rate cuts, we need some signs in the economy. So showing that, hey, the economy is getting weaker. We need to do something so Powell's can go ahead and hopefully start cutting rates. Because if he starts cutting rates, that's going to stimulate the economy, right? Because with lower rates, it lets business, even consumers borrow money at a lower price, and even home sales right now they're flat. We need rates to come down. It's going to help home sales. It's going to help the economy. It's going to help businesses grow. But right now, Powell's has been very stuck on saying, look, unemployment's low. I don't really, the economy's holding up, so he doesn't see any reason to cut rates. But with this data coming in, especially this jobs report coming out Friday, it's going to be a good indicator for him on what he needs to do. And hopefully, we get rate cuts sooner than later. Right now, the prediction is we may get a rate cut in September, but hopefully, we get it sooner. We'll find out with the news. But if this jobs report, if the market doesn't take it well, there's going to be a sell off. We already had towards the end of the day, Thursday, a sell off. You see that the majority of stocks ended in the red, but APL did really well in the beginning of the week. And I don't think the fire's over with it. I think it's going to go higher. I think it's having a pullback. And this is a great opportunity for those of you that don't know about APLD, an opportunity to maybe get in on this. Now, again, I'm not a professional. I'm sharing my opinion. But if you want to know my opinion, what you think a good entry point will be for this stock, I think if you can get in anywhere under $12, I think that's a great entry point because I think this is going to go up to $15, if not higher. Now, again, I could be wrong. This is my opinion. I was invested in APLD. I bought it a while back. I was in it for under $12 and I sold it at the $12.30 this week, made some profit, got out of it, but I want to re-enter. I just want to pull some profits, and my goal is to get in a lower purchase price than originally where I was. That's the goal. I'm keeping an eye. There's been a pullback right now after hours. There's a pullback because it closed at 12.77 and it's all the way down to 12.35. I'm watching this closely. Now, remember, Friday when we get this jobs report, this is gonna really, they can go then up or down, but the entry point I think under $12 is gonna be a good entry point. I am gonna try to get it for less than $11.90 a share. I believe there's gonna be some upside and a good opportunity to make some profit. I wanted to throw this out there, so if you haven't heard about it or you're a little nervous, I'm sharing my opinion. Definitely go ahead and look into it. If you don't have a brokerage account, go ahead and get one, put some money into it, and start investing. Now, again, that's my opinion. That's what I recommend. I'm assuming you want to get in the stock market, and that's why you're watching this video. But if you don't have a brokerage account, right, you can't start investing. So one of the first things I would start looking into brokerage accounts. I'm not gonna push one out for you. Um, You decide what brokerage account works for you. There's many of them, but you're going to need one. You're going to need to put some money into it. And then you start putting your money into stocks that you believe will grow. There's always going to be a risk when it comes to investing, especially in smaller stocks. So usually if you're a newbie, I would recommend getting into an ETF, and the ETF that I would recommend is SPLG. Now I was just giving some tips there. Go ahead and check it out. Remember, you got to do your own research on this. I'm just sharing what I think would be things that could help your money grow and what I'm doing. So hopefully it definitely helps you. If it does, let me know in the comments below. If you found the video helpful, smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. But definitely, if you're like, hey, I don't want to get APLD, I don't want to get Applied Digital, I just found out about it, what I would say is put it in your radar. This is a good opportunity to start tracking it. Just imagine if you bought it. You can even take a notebook or note on your cell phone and just go ahead and say, hey, if I would have bought this in June, right? See where it goes in July, see where it goes in August, right? See how the market goes. You can start writing down if you're like, hey, I don't want to put money in it. I'm too afraid. I think a lot of people on YouTube and making videos and what I read, I think it's false. I don't believe it, and that's okay. Hey, you might be skeptical. You might say, hey, I don't, there's a lot of information. Pretend you're buying them, right? Make some choices on what you would buy if you had the money, or even if you do have the money but you're scared, you can get a notebook or however you can keep track, maybe on your cell phone, and say to yourself, put the date. Hey, in June, what stocks would I buy? Do some research. Hey, APLD, what's this guy talking about APLD? Learn a little bit about the company. Go on the website. Go on Google, look at the chart, see the 52-week low, see the 52-week high, see why it's jumping. And earlier in this video, I told you why it's jumping. NVIDIA's invested in it. Now, NVIDIA's been invested in APLD a while back, so that's nothing new, but the CoreWeave deal is very new, and that's why the price is different now than where it was before. But go ahead and still learn how to fish, learn how to find this information. And then if you're like, hey, this stock looks pretty good, I don't want to put the money into it yet because I'm afraid, but write it down. Hey, pretend if you would have bought it and see if later this month or next month or beyond where you could have been if you would have bought it. Say, hey, I'm going to pretend I'm going to buy 100 shares at $12 and just track it and look at it. And if you see, hey, it went up, maybe you can start getting faith in the stock market and learning how to do this and getting faith in yourself to actually get a brokerage account and start putting some money into it. Now, that part in this video, I'm just sharing for beginners, because there are people that, want to get in the stock market, but they're afraid. They've heard a lot of negative things. If you have family members and friends that are not invested in the stock market, they're probably going to tell you, oh, don't do that. You're going to lose all your money. But one thing I'm going to put out there is, if the people you're around, okay, no matter if it's friends or family members, if in life they're not where you want to be financially, you might want to do something different than them. And then the people that you believe have made it successfully, what are they doing? They're probably doing something different than your family and friends if you're around people that are not where you want to be. So I would recommend, if that's the environment you're finding yourself in, start doing something different. And as soon as you start doing something different, you're probably going to get a lot of negative comments. But what you have to remember is you want to be somewhere else financially than where they're at, right? You have different goals. Now, the goals may vary. Some people, it's a materialistic thing. Some people, it's just they want to have control of their time. Whatever it may be, it's important to start building wealth, even if it's not materialistic things. Maybe it's just you want to have, like I said, you decide what you do with your time. You want to spend more time with your family or your pets or whatever it may be. But wealth, you need wealth for that. So one thing you want to start learning is, hey, how can you grow your money? How can you get more sources of income? And those are the tips I'm throwing out here in these videos, because those are things that I'm doing. And I want to go and share my journey of things that I do, share it with you guys. Hopefully it helps you. And the way I'll know if it is helping you is by the comments below. If you're all already doing things, if you're working on yourself, you're doing side hustles, you're doing all these these things to prosper, let me know. I'll be interested to see what you're doing. Well, I hope the video was helped you out. I appreciate you watching. Smash the like button. Don't forget hit the notification button. That way you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you on the next one.